Did Jakobsen crawl this far? Can I identify the scratches his nails ruined into the rocks? Am I following him cell for cell, inch for inch? Why did he turn back on himself and not carry through to the ascent?
Hello everyone, Scoops here, another episode of Dear Esther. Ooh, we just fell into a cave. We did. So, little recap of episode 1. I didn't realize there was no autosave function in this game, so I actually went through and did everything again. I tried to do everything the same. It's interesting, there was different dialogue. Even at the parts that I know I did before. Different dialogue. Quick recap. It seems like the main character, whatever his name is, had a wife, Esther, who was apparently killed by a drunk driver. So it seems. And then you are... This is such a cool spot. I think I just got poked in the eye by it. Anyway, and you are in this island that's seemingly devoid of any other kind of life. Is it real? Is it not? Who knows? We shall find out in this episode, I think. I think this is we're gonna meet the end of the game today, because just looking at like their chapters, but there's only... Is that a thing? No. There's only 4 chapters, and this is the 3rd. Did I just get taller? I think I did. There we go. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, this is so pretty. Look at this. Like, where are we?
It was as if someone had taken the car and shaken it like a cocktail. The glove compartment had been opened and emptied with the ashtrays and the boot. It made for a crumpled museum, a shattered exhibition.
Oh man, so depressing. Yes, the narrator, I can't remember, he was talking about, what's his name? Donnelly, one of the other characters he's mentioned, and he was talking about his disease, but then he talked about his own disease, which is the internal combustion engine and cheapy alcohol. So it's interesting. He's definitely kind of a broken man right now. Oh my god. That's such a cool scene. All the different waterfalls coming down. Oh, it's so pretty. That kind of eerie green with that kind of majestic blue. Alright. Here we go. Doesn't go back here. Oh, pardon me. Right. Where on earth am I coming out from? Imagine finding yourself in this place. I mean, be a bit curious why it's so illuminated. There's mushrooms and stuff like that. How much do these really exist? I always see them in games, but I swear in real life they're not that common. These luminous mushrooms. Looks like I'm making my way up though. Let's look it out. I think the goal here is to get to the other side of the island. Oh, wow. Oh, there's that. There's the hole. Such a cool set. Man, I wish I should start making games. Because when I look at something like this and I hear kind of the plot and the setting and all that stuff, it makes me so excited. Like I just want to go off and make my own. Huh. Oh, is that just lighting? Oh, it kind of looked like blood for a second. The narrator also mentioned these candles. He was confused about whether he was alone or whether he's been here before, and he mentioned the candles as an example of how there's clearly either himself or someone else has been here before. It did mention it. I find it so cool that they put different dialogue in. You get a different experience every time you play it, just slightly. So far as I can tell, it kind of seemed like there's branching paths, but I don't think there really is. It's interesting. Hold on. Readjusting the mic. Ooh, another big cave coming up. Whoa.
I am traveling through my own body, following the line of infection from the shattered femur towards the heart. I swallow fistfuls of painkillers to stay lucid. In my delirium, I see the twin lights of the moon and the Ariel shining to me through the rocks.
What's that? What is that? Just a piece of wood, I think? Yeah, just a piece of driftwood. Should I go upstream? Should I go downstream? Should I go up there? I've mentioned it before. My impulse is always to go downstream. Well, to go down. I think I'll follow this way. Besides, you should always follow downstream. It goes to body water, doesn't it? And usually to safety. Another thing. Oh, I'm still looking for more shadows. I find it. I kind of almost hope I don't see another one. Because I don't want it to be like a game mechanic. I just want it to be just that one thing. Is this a dead end? There's something over there. I have a feeling this is going to be a dead end. Yeah. Huh. It is kind of interesting that I can go under the water here. Oh, maybe I couldn't. That's definitely a thing, though. I feel like that's a topic of discussion. So I'm gonna go check that out. Yeah, I'm curious if there's maybe even different endings, what you can do to change the dialogue. If it is just random, or if it's, you know, affected by other things. It's a tough call, it's hard to say. It's hard to know either. And I certainly don't want to look it up, you know? That's the kind of thing that it just takes away from the experience, knowing things. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go down here. Kind of looks like a little path. Yeah, I'm trying to think of all the different ways I could have gone. There's definitely a couple different branching paths, but I'm not sure if, again, if it is truly a branching path or if it's like this, where I'll walk to one end, it's a dead end, but there's a little bit of dialogue, because that's happened a couple times as well. I guess we'll never know. Really, nothing. I really expected there to be some kind of dialogue here. I'm really curious to see what these things are too. If it ever explains anything, if it's supposed to be recognizable as something. They kind of look just like, I don't know, some kind of like flowchart or like a circuit board thing. But yeah, I can't honestly say. It's tricky. It's tricky. Alright, well, heading down didn't help me that much. Maybe I should head up. I can head that way. No, let's head up. Although I'm suspecting this is where I actually have to go. That's probably another dead end. But we've spent enough time in these caves. It's time to get out. Ah, so pretty though. Imagine you actually knew a place like this. Oh, I'd spend days there. It'd be so cool. One interesting thing that happened actually, I don't know if you remember, there's a kind of a Stonehenge type thing at one point early in the game. And when I went to it in the last episode, there was, I think, a book and a page at the base of it. But when I went there today, it was just a book. There's nothing else there. Oh my god, can I not get there? Okay. What on earth are these? Whoa. Can I go up here? No, I don't think so. No. Just diamonds, or not diamonds, but gems of some kind.
I will hold the hand you offered to me, from the summit down to this well, into the dark waters where the small flowers creep for the sun. Headlights are reflected in your retinas, moonlit in the shadow of the crematorium chimney.
Is this a reflection of what's above? Should I jump in? I think so. No, it's nothing. It's good to go for a nice relaxing swim every once in a while. Oh, I see words. Behold Damascus. Pagan? Oh god. See, it just puts chills down your spine. Who could have done this? And for what purpose? Like, what are these things? See, they look like blueprints of like a circuit kind of thing. Very cool. Away from being a city? Away from being a city. Huh. Nope. And it shall be unique need? Not sure about that one. I don't think I read that quite right. We're heading pretty steep upwards, though. We're probably going to come to the surface pretty soon. See, like, what is this place? There's so many different kind of... this must be some kind of delirious island. I can't imagine it's real. Or at least it's not real in the sense that he's there now. Maybe it's in part of a memory. A jaded, twisted memory. Alright, gotta go underwater. Hope we can hold his breath pretty good. No. Or on, if you will. Depends on your perspective. We have to take the plunge again, I think. Or can I go on the side? Nope, can't do it. Is this the next chapter? No. Whoa, what? The freeway. Where it all happened. Is this a hospital bed? That's chilling. Wait, what is this? Yeah, I can see like the blood. Is it the blood bag? What does the sign say? Descend Royal Docks. What happens if I just leave? Wait, what is that? What is that? Oh, it's just car door. Is there a car nearby? I'm not seeing anything. I'm almost afraid to find out. Definitely somebody dealing with a lot of stuff. It's time to go out, I think. It's time to get out of here. Oh, that's chilling though. But yeah, things are all starting to be revealed. I think we're about to head out the mouth, if what he said about being inside of himself is true. Kinda even looks like a mouth. It's got like the ribbing. That's kind of at the top roof of your mouth. Go on, take a feel. It's kind of there. Of course, then, if that's the case, then I wouldn't know what this would be. Alright, next chapter. Ooh, I think this is the last one. I'll try and finish it today. It's probably a good idea. Whoa. Oh, that's so cool looking. I'm gonna take it to the right. Oh, that's so cool. That's the screenshot, if I ever did see. Yeah. Boom. Thumbnail. Thumbnail. Oh, I kind of want to make my way out to the docks, though.
I wish I could have known Donnelly in this place. We would have had so much to debate. Did he paint these stones or did I? Who left the pots in the hut by the jetty? Who formed the museum under the sea? Who fell silently to his death into the frozen waters? Who erected this godforsaken aerial in the first place? Did this whole island rise to the surface of my stomach, forcing the gulls to take flight?
Well, he's getting mad. Is he Donnelly? Certainly kind of seems that way. Alright, I'm going to go down and check out these docks. Ooh! Ow! Ooh! Sounds like we're coming up to acceptance. The aerial. I would not feel comfortable walking this dock right now. Oh, it's so pretty. I kind of want to just jump out and see where I can go, but probably not a good idea. I think we might have ended it there, and if that was the case. Such a weird place. I guess that's kind of the point, though, isn't it? What a good sky can do to a game, though. Like, look at that. That's beautiful. The moonlight. Oh, I kind of see. Okay, I can make my way up over there. I want to see what's up there.
I returned home with a pocket full of stolen ash. Half of it fell out of my coat and vanished into the car's upholstery. But the rest I carefully stowed away in a box I kept in a drawer by the side of my bed. It was never intended as a meaningful act, but over the years it became a kind of talisman. I'd sit still, quite still for hours, just holding the diminishing powder in my palm and noting its smoothness. In time, we will all be worn down into granules, washed into the sea and dispersed.
Wow. That's a bit grim. Let's go in here. I think it just swoops around. Or maybe not. What on earth is that? Are you seeing that? I can't get any closer. Someone with horns. On. I do love the just set building in this game. Like looking at something like that. Oh, it's spectacular. Little bits of orange flecked throughout the whole thing. The beautiful starry sky, the radio tower in the background. It's very cool. Very well done. A little shrine to the accident. Something tells me we're going to see something very dramatic before the end of this. I just have a feeling something big's going to happen. Some kind of big reveal. Although knowing these games, it probably won't.
There were chemical stains on the tarmac. The leak of air conditioning, brake fluid and petrol. He kept sniffing at his fingers as he sat by the roadside, waiting as if he couldn't quite understand or recognize their smell. He said he'd been travelling back from a sales conference in Exeter. He'd stopped for farewell drinks earlier, but had kept a careful eye on his intake. You could hear the sirens above the idling traffic.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What does this say? Light from heaven shone. Whoa, there's more. Shone around thine. Wow. Oh, I'm so curious to see what happens next. It's you know, it's a good game when around every corner you're excited to see what's next. But yes, it certainly seems like he's going through something because of what happened. Maybe he was the cause? It's hard to say. Oh god, the chanting.
From here, I can see my armada. I collected all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
Just giving me chills. Huh, I can go further up. I feel like I kind of need to go into here. It's something I just need to do. I need to see what it is. On a sudden, a light from heaven shone around him, and he fell to the ground. Yeah, that really looked like something. Any more this way? I doubt it. Oh, it's such a cool shot. I do love it. There's even a reflection of stars in the water. Or is that a bug? No. I have a feeling I'm going to make it to that pole. I have a feeling that's where the climax is going to happen. I don't know why, but it's been kind of like an ever-present thing. He's mentioned it a few times. I think it's going to happen. Not necessarily that the plot's kind of pushing towards it, but I have a suspicion. Good old moon. Where would we be without the moon? What a question. What a question to ask.
I will drag my leg behind me. I will drag it like a crumpled hatchback, tires blown and sparking across the dimming lights of my vision. I'm running out of painkillers and am following the flicker of the moon home. When Paul keeled over dead on the road to Damascus, they restarted his heart with the jump leads from a crumpled hatchback. It took 21 attempts to convince it to wake up.
That's heavy. Oh, there's a shadow over there. You see it? Right up at the candle. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's not there. Oh, yeah, it was. Ah, so cool. I love it. I love it so much. I was about to say, though, it's interesting how a game like this, you could very easily just kind of be like, oh, this is so boring. I'm just walking, listen to a guy talk. But when you kind of let yourself get entranced.
I've begun my voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. I will fly to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. You can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
But yeah, like I was saying, when you let yourself kind of get entranced by it, it's just... I just feel like it's a good game that can kind of use your own emotions and like make you draw your own conclusions, but push you to those things. And something he was proceeding on his journey. Okay. Yeah, I just feel like it's very interesting game design. It's fun too. What does this say? And has come near something to Damascus. I wish I could remember what Damascus is. I know it's a city. I can't remember exactly where, what country. But I feel like it's got some kind of something going on here. And he...
If only Donnelly had experienced this, he would have realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
That was 3 days without sight. There's more words over here. And neither did he eat nor drink. So he's even admitting that he's becoming the island. Or is the island becoming him? I don't know what that means, but it sounded prophetic. Yes, it certainly seems like there's going to be some strong connection to Donnelly too, because he's mentioned him a few times. What other characters? There's Paul, which I think was the drunk. They killed his wife. Well, Jakobsen,
The
who's the
stones in
farmer.
my stomach will weigh me down and ensure my descent is true and straight. I will break through the fog of these godforsaken pills and achieve clarity. All my functions are clogged, all my veins are choked. If my leg doesn't rot off before I reach the summit, it will be a miracle. There are 21 connections in the circuit diagram of the anti-lock brakes. There are 21 species of gull inhabiting these islands. It is 21 miles between the Sandford Junction and the turn-off for home. All these things cannot, will not be a coincidence.
Probably is. Probably is a coincidence. Yes, so this is something he's struggling with. all these little weird connections, trying to find, a reason for the things to have happened. There isn't really a reason, though, is there? It just does. And it came to pass that as I made my journey and I can't read it. Noon. Ha, I told you we're heading up there. I can't quite read this. A great something round about goat me, and could not see for the glory.
He was not drunk, Esther. He was not drunk at all. He had not drunk with Donnelly or spat Jakobsen back at the sea. He had not careered across the lost shores and terminal beaches of this nascent archipelago. He did not intend his bonnet to be crumpled like a spent tissue by the impact. His windscreen was not star-studded all over like a map of the heavens. His paintwork etched with circuit diagrams, strange fish to call the gulls away. The phosphorescence of the skid marks lighting the M5 all the way from Exeter to Damascus.
So Donnelly and Jakobsen are perhaps not part of the island, but part of the event. Oh, this is giving me chills. And it's not the snow either. Or is it ashes? Oh, that's gross.
I have run out of places to climb. I will abandon this body and take to the air. Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings, my books, this death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon, that they will not forget you. We have always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
powerful stuff.
Come back.
Don't want to talk, just in case something happens. Alright. Well, I'm tempted to kind of try and piece together what happened, but I think it's more powerful if you just kind of think about it yourself and come to your own conclusions. Curious to see if anything's going to happen. But if it doesn't, that will be it for me today. So thanks everyone for watching. Hope you guys had a good time. I'll see you guys in the next series. Have a good day. Bye-bye.